very interesting table. It is in Hebrew, but I try to explain to you because there are not so many words. But before, to appreciate and to understand the table, Gematria necessary. Also, not so many words, very simple. For the most important one, that the basis of the table is Or HaShabbat, the light of the Sabbath. Now, the light of the Sabbath, according to Chaim, the great commentator a while ago, he said that in fact the world is only 6 days. We are going around the 6 days, but the 6 days like our stations, that we are going around them, similar to what Einstein. Now definitely you find it in the verse, in the Torah, is written, Ki sheshet yamim asa Hashem et hashamayim va'aretz, not in 6 days. Maybe in the translation is in, but in simple Hebrew is sheshet yamim asa, God did 6 days, is a Shabbos. So really there are 6 days, the time is fixed. We are moving when the time is fixed. So, what he says that the Sabbath is really the light, the energy, which gives power to the world to exist. This is what he said, yeah? So there are 6 days, and the Sabbath is really the root or the source of its existence, yeah? If no keeping Sabbath is no world, yeah? So this is the table that we are going to see. We see the main sentence in the table, Or HaShabbat, but what is special about this appearance, that it appears in the skip of 541 letters, from letter to letter, and 541 is a gematria, the numerical value of Israel. Yud is 10, Shin is 300, Resh 200, Aleph 1, Lamed. So this table is amazing when you see the appearance of the light of Sabbath with letter skip of 541, which is Israel. Now, Or HaShabbat, the light of the Shabbat are basically Bereshit, the beginning. Genesis starts with the word Bereshit in the beginning, and in fact, in the already a permutation of all these letters that one can do from 6 letters, like for 6 number, 720 different words. And in fact, somebody brought 720 different permutation of the letter Bereshit. But the Zohar says the famous one is Yerei Shabbat, like the fear of Shabbos, one have to keep the Shabbos. It is the basis of creation. Brit Esh is the covenant of fire, and the basis of the house. All this, there are many more definitely, but we take. It is interesting that the Shabbos, Gematria is Israel and Joseph, because very famous Joseph is Musaf. I mean, the Israel and Joseph are behind all the prayers of the Shabbos. So, clear indications that the light of Shabbos is the basis of creation, as we see just now in this table. So it's a big table, but it's not so big because it comes only as you can 541, let us skip, 541 Israel, skip, which is mainly in the book for Numbers, yeah, few chapters in Numbers, and only a little bit in the end of Leviticus. But what you have here, so you have here, and this skip, what you see here in black really, is Or HaShabbat. It means when the table is divided in such a way, yeah, 541, then you have the possibility to have all these words which appear here. Now what is important here, that if you follow my YouTube's ideas about the years that we are now, Rabbi Fish brings it, that we are now basically in sabbatical. It's not sabbatical, we are in the beginning of the sabbatical, the first year in the sabbatical, but according to Rabbi Yehuda, one of the rabbis, his opinion is accepted when it's not temple, that the Jubilee year goes with the first year really of the Shemitah, of the 5th years. So basically we are now in the year of Jubilee. I mean, after 118 Jubilees, one can see the clear account. But what is amazing, this is what Kabbalists told me, that redemption should be in this year, it means in sabbatic, in the Jubilee. And you have your best meeting of the Torah of the Jubilee and redemption. Holy God, surely you will be redeemed. You have another time this. But this is clear. Now, who prepares the redemption? Bnei Yosef, sons of Joseph. Messiah, son of Joseph. Messiah, irreparable. Mashiach, Messiah, son of Joseph, son of Jesse. And they prepare the redemption. Now, what more we have, it is interesting. We have here the Hebrew word like salvation, peace, we have the 7 will be. And we have here the word teshuvah, repentance, because as we saw, the Maimonides says condition for redemption is repentance. So you have repentance here, teshuvah coming, and with Shabbos, because Shabbos is the Shabbos in Hebrew, Shabbat, the same like teshuvah, because Shabbos is the appropriate time for repentance. Then the year that we are now, 5783, Tafshin Pegimel Pirsit, is a big skip, but the letters are not so usual, so they are here coming here. No, this is, we say the Jubilee. Then, but we have here also blessing, also interesting, somehow Refuah, health coming here in such a way, very interesting. So salvation, health, Messiah. So as I said, very, very interesting, because the skip, many times we show the skip of letter skip has also message, yeah? There is a message to Israel that by doing Shuvah repentance, we merit to have really redemption, surely, Holy God, yeah? And it's really amazing because Or Shabbat, the light of Shabbat, represents the power of the existence of the world. Because light represents also energy, so many times, because light is behind everything. So, this is what Shabbos is, and this is what the Jubilee is, the same thing, because it's written the same idea, like the Sabbath gives power to the 6 days, the same thing the Jubilee gives power to the 6 years and comes sabbatical again. Because the idea is very interesting. The time is very important. It's stable. And we are going around it. Similar to Einstein, people did not know about the Torah. So, interesting and important table for our time. This is very important Shabbos. So Shabbat Shkalim, this is a Sabbath which is supposed to unify the Jewish people. Yes, if somebody really followed my lecture just about the 4 portions, lecture, you can hear it on YouTube. So the idea of this Shabbat, which is called Shabbat Shkalim, when each one gave half a coin, half a shekel, shekel is in Gematria numerical value of spirit, of soul, by half, because every Jew should realize that the half of the other, not fighting today like we have today, terrible situation, or almost civil fighting, but just when they realize what is their source, when they believe in God, they know what is the roots of their existence, they will be united. But then when they not, they are cutting the from the Torah, so everyone wants to be a prime minister. I think they did more clever than the other. So you see what is going on. So, this is Sabbath, supposed to create unity, because this is a basis for Passover. If
If you want Messiah and Elijah coming on Passover, so be united, because no unity is destruction. All the destruction came upon Jews when they were arguing. In fact, it is interesting that the Hebrew word machloket, which is arguments, strife, so on, this is the same like chelek mavet, like the portion of death. Because we know quite well, we lost our temples because of argument, fighting of Jews one with the other. No one knows what can be now. You can see that Nasrallah and Iran are very, very happy to see what is going in Israel, how they are fighting one with the other, how they're jumping on the tables in the parliament, something unbelievable. But this is a sign that the end is coming, because, I said that one of the known things that somebody who is about to die, or he jumps and so on, then the end comes. This also apparently evil forces like those against the Torah, the leftists and so on, feel that they are coming to the end, So they're jumping on the tables, as you see in the picture, frightening. So, have a good Shabbos, enlightened Shabbos, and hoping that really unity, peace, and quiet. You have the word peace here also, shalom. Yeah, because if you are going to choose the Torah, the light of the Torah give you peace. So, interesting and significant table for our days.